Hello, you all. Welcome to the channel. It's Rad. And I'm happy to announce that my internet issue we are over with. It's done. So I can get back to my normal schedule, which is something I was looking forward to. In any case, tonight's live stream is going to be all about the immediate guidance. What do we need to know for the next few days? That is going to be broken down by star signs as per usual. And the first thing that I'm usually doing in those live streams, in all of my live streams, of course, is the collective reading. So let me shuffle well and let's see what are the influences, what are the energies that are guiding us in this very moment. Hello, Yasmin. Welcome to the stream. Hello, Trako. Welcome to the stream as well. I hope you have a nice time tonight. So the first one, that will be the Ace of Swords, followed by the second card of the Four of Pentacles. And the third one is going to be the Ace of Wands. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, Yasmin. Jasmine, thank you for your donation. I'm gonna read those after I'm done with the collective reading. So what do we need to the energies for the next few days are going to be an energies of renewal. Uh, for the lack of better expression here, by the look of those cards, these renewals are going to come from a quite of a gainful opportunities which will be presented to us. So again, those are the three cards: Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands, and Four of Pentacles. Depending on what situation we are in right now, these offers are going to come in different guises. For one, is going to be a verbal offer. For others, just, the universe is going to offer them an opportunity through a measurement and alignment of the circumstances. So this is going to be a very personalized experience here, and is going to differ from one person to another. But what is going to culminate and what is going to come down to is that we're going to sit, all of us are going to sit in front of a gainful opportunity that will be something providing us with a potential for growth in area that we are already developing. So this isn't going to be like something that we are starting up from scratch, but it's more like an opportunity to further a current goal we have and we are carrying on. No different than when a person finishes down on university degree and it's finding a job that is covering that degree and it is covering their knowledge and they are growing into that job, that is a gainful opportunity which falls within the framework of what the universe has to offer to us. This opportunity is going to be, how can I put it to words? So it's going to provoke a quite of a open conversations with people that are close to us. And the reason why that's going to be the case, it is because taking on this gainful opportunity will require a sacrifice. This sacrifice is going to be on a subject that we have already secured. We may have to sell something that we have bought collectively, or we may have to go back on a promise, or we may have to leave a job, that we have already secured. So it will require a sacrifice over, again, a something we already have secured. We have secured its future. And these conversations is going to be all about how can this be done and whether it's worth it or not. These cards are suggesting what is going to be the best way to handle the stuff, what should be the choice, whether to leave that security and step outside of our comfort zone, or just stay there and pass on that gainful opportunity. I will leave that choice to you because it is not my place to do it. But it is important within the next few days not to let your emotions speak, but rather listen to the logic and see the circumstances around you, because you're going to have that sharp mind that will allow you to give an accurate diagnosis where you are and what are the circumstances around you, all of them, and what is the best thing for you to do. And the only thing left after that is the courage to do it. For many of us, this opportunity also will come as a resolution on a subject or a conundrum that we couldn't see a way through. Basically, that we have felt like we are with our backs against the wall, or we are in a dead end alley, and we don't see a way through. And that is the way through, but again, will require a sacrifice. So that is the collective reading. Interesting few days ahead of us. Few notes about the show is that there are going to be 12 readings like this one, and one for each star sign. I'm going to start with Aries, and I'm going to end up with Pisces, meaning that I'm going to run down the ecliptic. Bear in mind that these are generalized readings for your star signs, and to get more personalized perspective on what is ahead of you and what is that you need to know, listen also aside from your sun sign, which is very important because it's going to show you the type of events or people that's the destiny or faith is gonna meet you with. By listening to your moon sign, meaning where your moon falls in your natal chart, is going to give you an idea how those people or events are going to make you feel, whether you're going to like them or not, whether they are going to be negative or positive for you. And if you know your rising sign and you listen to it as well, well, that's going to give you an idea how to handle them around. So listening to the three major signs that you do have, rising, moon, and also sun, is going to give you that personalized perspective on the week. For a personal reading, you can go to my website, which link you can find in the description down below. And there on the very front page, you can see full list of my services, also their pricing. So based on your budget and your needs, you can go for whichever one is going to suit you best. If you do want to support the channel, you can do so by subscribing for it. If you haven't already, leave a like, comment on the video as well if you feel the need to do so. And if you think that this video can help someone you know, you can share it with them as well. And finally, if you do wish to support the channel financially, you can do so using Super Chat, donating through the Super Chat, which icon you can find at the chat. And also you can use an option of PayPal. The link for it you're going to find in the description down below. And anyone who does so is going to receive a personalized reading at the end of the stream. That is pretty much guaranteed. Just like Yasmin did. Yasmin, thank you for the 20. Thank you, Yasmin. And as well, Jasmine, thank you for the 20 also. You girls are going to have a personalized reading at the end of the stream. Let me put you into the list. Okay. Right. So the first star sign that I'm going to read for, sorry, that will be Aries. You can keep up with what star sign I'm going to reading for. And I am reading for through the illustration and the glyph being displayed right there. So if you're watching it on a video, just skim ahead, find your star sign, the illustration and the glyph of your star sign, and just listen to it from there. So for Aries, the first one, that is the Six of Swords, followed by the second one here of the Ace of Pentacles. And the third one, we have a Seven of Swords. So what do you need to know is that your work, your efforts, at least according to these cards, does benefit another entity more than they do benefit you. And within the next few days, for one subject or another, you are going to realize that, all right, I'm going to say, it, you're robbed. I mean, kind of like exploit it. And that is going to make you reconsider your investment and whether this thing is an opportunity for you to develop and further your goal, or you should reconsider your efforts and allocate them toward yourself rather than toward a cumulative thing, whether a cumulative project, okay, or just, an enterprise. And by doing so, it's going to be, though, a scary process. That is something you need to know because probably those people which are benefiting from your efforts are not going to support you at all. So you're going to have to make the transition by yourself. But doing that transition is going to get you one step closer to the desired results and to the dream that you do have. Not to mention that you're going to be more equipped to enforce and develop your agenda. You're going to get what you have been owed, and you are going to grow in presence and also in influence, so to speak. So what you need to know it is that there is a detachment ahead of you, and you are going to be into the full right of doing it. Again, reasoning that there are people that are benefiting from your efforts more than you are benefiting yourself from, and thus you will not gonna want to be a part of someone else's scheme, of someone else's battle, of someone else's development, and instead, uh, you will throw those efforts into your own development. Okay, next, that will be Taurus. Just to go back to Aries, because there is an example that popped in my head. That is no different than, throwing everything you got at work and managing crisis, cleaning up messes that other people are doing, just to realize at some point that you are the one that is getting the least salary out of everyone else, and where everyone else is just, doesn't give a damn about how well the project is moving forward. And just, it's not interesting, it's not committed. So why should you? The Magician for Taurus. Five of Pentacles. And the third one, that is going to be the Page of Cups. It's very interesting. I don't know how to put it to words. Um, Probably it's going to happen through involuntary involvement. So you're going to be involved in some kind of endeavor. Probably you aren't going to have a chance to be involved in, but through being involved in that endeavor, you will realize that you are a master of it. I mean that you are getting along with, the process very, very well, and it is something that you can make money from. You can build influence from. You can build a fellowship from. It's just something that you could have done all your life, but you never. felt the need or you just didn't figure it out that you can do it. That is no different. I'm going to give an example with myself. That is no different than I have never drawn, but just, being involved, I have to draw for, I don't know, my nephew or something like that. And see that it just, I get the hang of it. I am natural to it. And so I can start selling drawings. That may happen to you, Taurus. It may not be drawing, it could be singing, it could be math, it could be some kind of a science discipline. But the point is that you will find out that you are very exceptionally good at something you had no idea you're good at. So this is going to do two things for you. It's going to start changing your lifestyle, and by changing your lifestyle, I mean improving your lifestyle drastically, like there is no tomorrow. And as a result of that, and issues that you are facing on a day-to-day basis, mundane issues like having a daily budget that is insufficient, or I don't know, having colleagues that you do hate seeing, and so on and so forth. Just, issues that you are facing on daily basis, they will disappear. You no longer have to be concerned about them. But the second thing that is going to do is going to start changing you in relation to the people that you are associating yourself with thus far. And these people are going to start liking you less. That is because, you are now different. I mean, you are now separating yourself from them with a new skill or a new knowledge or just a new talent. But these people are going to be replaced with such that now are going to like you even more exactly for your new true nature and exactly for who you are. So if you don't have a place under the sun right now, you may feel lost. You may feel like you don't belong anywhere. Well, you're going to find your place in the next few days. I hope you do take it. Next one, Gemini. 10 of Wands, Page of Cups, and then is 5 of Wands. Actually, that's not 5 of Wands, it's 6 of Wands. Sorry. So we do have 6 of Wands. Doesn't change much. It just changes the nature of the process, but not the end result. So it's a breakthrough. It's a massive breakthrough, a milestone. You may call it that. It is through a reward. Your efforts are going to be rewarded with either monetary rewards or just, how can I put it to words, influence, recognition, kind of like being recognized, that you did it. And these rewards are going to bring even more work. They're going to even bring more business. They're going to bring more attention, so much more that at some point within the next few days, you will feel like you don't have any time for yourself. And that is because you're going to have to keep up with everything which those rewards are bringing. For those rewards, again, they are a milestone, and you can make them even bigger and even more broader. If those rewards are monetary and you get, say, I don't know, $1,000 bonus, next month you may make $2,000 bonus, but you need to keep up with the demand, and the demand is going to be higher. The expectations from you are going to be bigger. There are going to be people, though, that will want you for something else, which are going to stand on a way of you expanding on these rewards and on these on these milestones. And bear in mind, I gave an example with monetary, but they may be emotional because that may be a reward of dating. And after that, as that date is a milestone, then you may keep updating with that person in these dates to become more and more frequent, which is going to create grievances with the friend you have because now you don't have much time to spend with them. But there is definitely going to be a, a disgruntled state of a person that is close to you, actually emotionally attached to you, because they have imagined the future differently in between you and them. I mean, the near future, like the next few days, but now you're going to be busy with a something else that is going to promise to you even more amazing rewards at the end if you are able to keep up with the demand. Mm. Right, next, that'll be Cancer. News Devon, thank you for the £5. Thank you. Let me put you into the list. And at the end of the stream, um, you're going to have your personalized reading. Just give me a second. Just give me a second. Okay. Um, yeah. Okay. First one is going to be the King of Swords for Cancer, followed by Four of Swords. And the last one, that will be the Strength. Mm, I don't remember. Jasmine, when was that? Pluto is going, at least according to my calendar, Pluto is going direct in Aquarius, October 13th. But when did it ingress in it? All right. Yeah, I can imagine it was a while ago because it's the slowest planet, so maybe half a year or something like that. Right. So again, for Cancer, those three cards. And what you need to know, guys, is there is going to be a major goal that you can be a part of, something that it is for a long-term investment, like, I don't know, a business that can become big one, or purchasing a home in the future, but it is a goal that you're going to have in mind and you will be very, very enthusiastic about it. The reason is because it's going to fit very well with your lifestyle and it's going to make sense. It's going to make your life a well-oiled machine, not just, and everything will basically have a, I don't know how to put it in English, like everything is gonna work in your favor, not just only when you accomplish the goal, but also as you are going through the process accomplishing the goal itself. And the first start is going to be through consulting. So next few days, little by little, you will find the need to consult yourself first with people that you trust to, like close companions, faithful and loyal, maybe also your family and whatnot, because a strategy is going to be needed how to accomplish this goal. But ultimately, your word is going to be a law. So many people are going to give you quite of an opinions, but at the end, you're going to feel no need to explain yourself why you have taken one over another or why you haven't taken none at all, because you will have the perception what is best for you to do, and these opinions are just to kind of like calibrate your compass. It's an expression in Bulgarian. I don't know um how it sounds translating, but basically it's like comparing, gathering up opinions so you can compare them with yours, so you can reach to the best conclusion possible and to the best strategy possible. Now, this strategy, which you will be able to create, will allow you to navigate very well through troublesome um, shifts in aspects, chasing that huge goal. It's going to be a big one, literally. Other than that, what you need to know it is that people's influence is going to weaken over you, and you are going to grow more in influence and also in presence and in sovereignty, which will allow you to make a pretty important connections that are going to serve very well for you into the future, like business connections, like social connections that you can use into the future. Uh, Basically to push your things through. All right, next, that will be Leo. Four of Cups, the Star, Two of Wands. Oh, Leo, Leo. It's not bad, all right? It's not bad because what you need to know is that within the next few days, whatever you have planned is going to reach a very fulfilling stage. Like you're going to be quite happy with how your personal endeavors are developing. You're going to be quite happy how your love life is going, and so on and so forth and so forth. In fact, so satisfied that within the next few days or at the end of the next few days, you will kind of like feel no need to kind of like grow and um, develop even further in those areas. It's like will be the stage where you're saying to yourself, I'm quite okay like that. I don't need more because more is going to bring more troubles, more concerns, more things that are going to get me any headache. Uh, I can't say that is going to be a mistake adopting this mantra, if I may put it that way. But you definitely, if you do, you're definitely gonna deprive yourself of a simply, a better opportunities or a better results, stuff that can make you even more fulfilled, more satisfied, and increase the fruits of your labor. So instead of caving on that emotional satisfaction, You should kind of like look around yourself and seek more options how to improve on the already satisfying results you're currently having. Imagine it that way, is that you are going to have the fruits of your labor in a basket, but they are going to end at some point, and you will need to find more of them or more fields to gather more fruit so you can fill up again your basket. That said, next couple of days or next few days are pivotal for you to find what to do rather than to sit on your current wealth, but rather find a more sources where you can make bigger wealth from. And when I do say wealth, I don't mean just only money. Some people are getting money for a wealth, others for them, love is wealth, health may be wealth. Uh, Real estate may be wealth, friends may be wealth, depending on what you do consider making you wealthy. Personalized questions, Gujakams, uh, can ask only people that have donated through Super Chat or a PayPal. And they are asked at the end of the stream when I'm done with the star signs. Next one, that will be Virgo. Knight of Cups, Knight of Wands, Six of Swords. Jasmine, yes, you can get one, and you can get one definitely. I mean, Pluto in Aquarius, it's a very, very long transit, tens of years. I can't say it on the top of my head, but I am fairly sure. Let me check on it. One second. How long is gonna be there? It's called the Aquarius era for a reason, because it's there 20, 30 years, something like that. It's a pretty long transit. So yeah, you can definitely have one. Just just can't find it. Well, not just only yours. I have a bare memory that it will be like 70, 80 years, but I may be overly exaggerating here, but it definitely is tens of years. Like, let me try to find it. Hold on a second. Yeah, it's 20 years. Few decades up until 2044. So it's 2 decades. It's 20 years. And don't say that, Jasmine. I mean, tomorrow is promised to no one. Doesn't matter how old you are, um, or how young you are. Just tomorrow is promised to no one. All right, let's get back to Virgo now. Thank you for another 20. Let me put your inquiry into the list. And Jennifer, thank you for the $8.88. Thank you. Oh, okay. I will try to answer that, Jennifer. It's these questions, these answers are, it's something that you are supposed to find on your own. Otherwise, what is the point of growing in experience, studying, learning, and all that? But I will try to do it. I'll try to give an answer. Right. Again, let's get back to Virgo. So again, those are the three cards: Knight of Cups, Knight of Wands, Six of Swords. So literally, what you need to know it is that your interest is going to I mean, interest that it is a mutual interest that you are having with the person is going to split. And the reason why it's going to split is because you are no longer going to enjoy what you have to do in order to make progress. So at some point in the next few days, I mean, you're going to say to yourself that enough is enough. There is no point moving forward if just there is no joy and satisfaction from what you are doing now. At the start, when you both, talked about it and you have defined that, for example, being together is going to make you happy and is going to be what you want, is what you want no more. I mean, your again if interest is shifting, and so we do have a severance. Okay, that is what you need to know. It is and this severance is going to be, at least according to these cards, instigated from you. Now you may freak out for a moment there because it's not going to be clear to you uh, what should be the next step after that severance is pretty much concluded, right? Like it will feel like you don't have anything else to do, and that is not true. Because what you need to know it is that your wishes. I mean, you may wish to be a dancer, or you may wish to kind of like be in peace, have a few peaceful days, or you may wish to study something. Your wishes are going to be completely within your grasp, and they will have nothing to do with faith or luck. The result of these wishful results are going to be completely reciprocal to your efforts. Or you may even find yourself that you are interested in another person than the one you are with right now. So um, the variants, how this can manifest are numerous. They are countless, and obviously it's going to be very personalized depending on what situation you are in. But it's important to follow your heart this time around. It's something that I can't advocate for, but for you, Virgo, for the next few days, that is what you need to know, that you cannot go wrong if you follow your heart. Oh, that's pretty nice to hear, Cinnamon Kiss. That is a scary diagnosis. It's very scary diagnosis. So that is a miracle indeed. Okay, next, Libra. First one is going to be Nine of Swords. Second, we have Page of Pentacles. And third one, that will be Five of Pentacles. Give me a minute. Well, have you watched Squid Games? Have you watched Squid Games, Cinemonkeys? Because into the last season or into the second season, one of the players said one thing that it truly struck me. Because, for those of you who haven't watched it, I seriously recommend it. And it's basically a series for a games of death. The losers, they die. And one of the players said, just play the games like you are already dead, right? Just accept it. That way you're gonna do the best that it is possible, based on your, abilities. And I have thought, what I'm gonna do in those cases, and if I am in that situation, I will assume the worst and is going to accept it, right? That way I'm gonna do most out of my remaining life if it is short. If it isn't, that's great. If it is, I will not gonna waste time, wondering what could happen. But instead, I'm gonna live my life, if that makes sense. Yeah. Right. So, Libra, a recent action or a choice that you have made is gonna catch up with you, or should we say your past is going to catch up with you? And it's gonna make you quite concerned what could come out of it. It's like no different than doing something inappropriate at work, like for example and that is a real case, by the way. Okay, using a company chat to smear someone's name, thinking that nobody is gonna see it aside from the person that you're chatting with. And on the next day, everyone knows. And so you find yourself afraid of what this is going to lead to, right? So that is kind of a situation. And it's like Cinemonkeys here said, now I'm reading her comments, a limbo, but it is a nasty limbo because it's about a thing you do or thing you decided, and now it's about to bring quite of a unpleasant consequences that are going to come out of it. However, you're going to have an ally. It's a person who, at least at that point, is willing to protect you at all cost, very devoted to your well-being, and not just only to your well-being, but also, to your progress and to your growth. And that person will offer you a help. Reason why? Well, they think that you are worth it, whatever that's supposed to mean in your situation. And it is because they like what and who you are. So whether you're going to accept that help or not will define whether you have to face those negative consequences or not. But it will have a price. What is going to be the price for that is going to differ based on the relationship you are with that person. All right, next, Scorpio. Yeah, well, that is a variable that I'm not having, you know. So it's a bit selfish the way I look at it. Okay, for Scorpio, Page of Pentacles, Four of Wands, the Hangman. Four of Wands make kind of sense. A good and a bad news. And this is going to be a short read. Now, the good news is that what we are doing right now, because I'm sending Scorpio, so whatever we are investing in, because currently, you know, guys, well, I wasn't supposed to say, but I'm going to say I'm trying to write a book. It's not in English, okay? But whatever we are investing in right now it's worth it. It's gonna pay off, and probably is gonna pay off big time by the look of those cards. So our time investment, emotional investment, material investment as well, if you are investing money, is well placed. That is what we need to know. The bad news is that things are about to slow down. And the reason for it is because we are getting ahead of the natural process. So we're doing the things faster than they need to happen. And that's why the universe or God, whatever power you believe in, is stopping us right now for making that explosive progress. And that's why within the next few days, we wouldn't be able to finalize important cycles of growth based on our investments or regarding concerning our investments. That doesn't mean that we suck. That doesn't mean that things are falling apart. But just means that we need to slow down a little bit and just wait for better circumstances. That is the bad news. But the good news outshines the bad one. One specific case for Scorpio is that within the next few days, especially for those Scorpios who are single, it is that within the next few days, it's very likely that a friend you have that is very close wants you to divulge that they have more than just friendship towards you. Well, no, the disappearing act is because I didn't have internet. That's the disappearing act. It's just 1 month I used my mobile data to stream whenever I could, but that's fixed now. Okay, Sagittarius, Three of Swords, the World, Two of Cups. That's awful. For Sagittarius, my moon is in Sagittarius, and that reading is gonna hit the moons harder than the suns, even. So, well, that makes, oh, I can't say that makes both of us, but my friends are not around currently. So, yeah. So, for Sagittarius, something isn't gonna go your way. Uh, that is the milder way to say it. The rough way is that something that you are counting on isn't gonna work out. Like, at all. And that's gonna make you feel like shit. Unfortunately, not gonna make us feel because I'm moon in Sagittarius, and again, feelings are all about the moon sign, so it's gonna make us feel like, yeah, like we are no good. It's like we stand for nothing. It's gonna be a terrible, terrible feeling. And it will be a celluloid feeling, so it's very important that within the next few days, we do not allow those feelings to twist and tangle our minds and make us give up. Very important. Primarily, it's going to hit us in a social, like we don't belong in that social circle, we don't belong at that job, we don't belong with these people, and so for, yeah, so on and so forth. Hey, Taco. Well, for Sagittarius rising, it's how to handle stuff, and for you is more about healing, Jasmine. It's like taking on account for things that didn't go your way, and instead of blaming yourself for that, just accept that, sometimes shits happen. Sometimes you do the best you have, you best you can, and just the damn thing doesn't want to work out. You just accept it and move on. That for the risings, it's gonna hit the rising signs the least, and for them it's all about accepting that sometimes no matter what you do, failure follows, and it's a growing process, because if everything works out, you can't learn from your mistakes. Cinnamon Kiss, thank you for the 20 pounds. Thank you. Let me put you into the list. uh Taco, don't type those things in chat, mate. But you are having quite a party, I guess. Capricorn next. Of course. Actually, I will give you one better. Um, maybe, but it's not legal in YouTube. So maybe where you are, but here, it's going to lock the video. So don't type about those substances, and all that. Yeah, I can do you one better, Taco. Actually, just you can ask because it, it doesn't matter how many cards I'm gonna pull. Uh, no, it's okay. You didn't knew about it. We never talked about those things, and they were never mentioned. So you didn't. You aren't a creator. You are not obliged to know about the term of service and all that. But just so you know, doesn't matter how many cards I'm gonna pull you. The message is going to be, you know, kind of like a message. It wouldn't matter much how many cards I pull aside from, the standard cards. So you can ask a second question, but I can pull you more cards. That's okay. I mean, that I will do. Yeah, but you are having quite a party. And yeah, thank you for the $33.33. Thank you, Taco. So is there anything specific that you want to know about? Oh my God, Ten of Swords. Queen of Wands. And then the third one is Ace of Swords. Oof. So what do you need to know? It is that you are going to be approached with an ultimatum. Now, this ultimatum may be super positive, like the job offer of your life, but it's an ultimatum because it's either you take it or you leave it. It could be super negative as well, kind of like, you know, either you change or I am leaving you. It's going to be an ultimatum. And the person who is going to approach you with that ultimatum, they ain't fucking around, right? At least according to these cards, they are dead serious about what they are about to do. And you better believe it, they can definitely pull it through. It may kind of like sound at first ridiculous. It may sound that these people are overshooting. It may sound that they are out of their minds. But make no mistake, they can definitely pull through with what they're promising you that they're going to do if you do not cave on the ultimatum. So that will be one of the most important decisions you are making in the recent past or the near future. And one more thing you need to know is that once you render your decision, the door is closed. There is no turning back. Oh, okay, so I will draw you twice Lenormand. That okay? That will be way more effective than just, drawing more tarot cards. Okay, next. Aquarius. Yeah, it is. Thank God I don't have anything in Capricorn. That doesn't mean that it doesn't affect me, but it doesn't affect me much. Okay, so we got a deal. Ten of Swords for Aquarius. Now that's my rising. Again, Seven of Swords. And then is Ace of Cups. What was Moon, Cinnamon Kiss? You're gonna feel like you're pressed by the circumstances around you to make a rush decision with that Moon in Capricorn through these cards. It's like there is someone that it is outplaying you, or the situation is outplaying you, and it is kind of like leaving you no choice but. Now, for Aquarius, is a bit different. We have to, what we need to know is going to come a time within the next few days to take matters in our own hands on a subject that we really didn't want to do it. It is like the carrot and the stick. We have tried with the carrot. Now it's time to kind of like pull the stick out and render justice, either at work, either in our social circle, either in our, for example, love life. Um, and the reason is because of, well, people are crossing lines, and some people are going to cross lines in the next few days, and that is going to push us to the edge, or they're going to drive us to the edge where we are going to change the carrot with the stick, and we're going to do something about it. That was the result. Um, we're simply going to be, or let's say that things are going to go better our way from there on moving forward. Well, we were like that. I mean, Bulgaria was like that not many years ago, but now we need a prescription for antibiotics as well, and not just for them, but for almost everything. I don't know if it is good or not, because doing self-healing, but you know what, Taco, in Bulgaria, medical care is very accessible, okay? Because through that line of work, I get to know you guys, and for what I know, for US and Canada, in order to go to a doctor, you have to sign up an appointment that it is, say, 3 weeks from now. That sounds ridiculous to your GP, personal medical doctor. Here, it's a walk-in. I mean, I can go tomorrow, and that's no issue at all. I mean, I go there, I wait my turn, and I just walk in. Simple as that. So if I need a medical attention, I can get it tomorrow. My test results are going to be read the day after. So healthcare here, very accessible, and I'm going to get my prescription tomorrow. Well, if there is a big issue with you, I mean, I don't know, maybe you have to go through emergency, but it's not the same. So, okay, Pisces, Page of Pentacles, Justice, Two of Cups. Yeah, I'm not talking private, but through my health insurance, I can just go tomorrow. Dentists, same thing. Mm. Right. So, what you need to know is that you're going to have quite of a few unnecessary, say, responsibilities, seemingly responsibilities, that are going to be dead weight. And so within the next few days, for you, it's going to be very, very important to be able to gauge, what have an emergency and what don't, what it's worth it and what it's not worth it. And at least according to these cards, a priority for you takes partnerships. So everything that includes other people, it's more important that when it doesn't involve other people. Everything that you do in team, like a project that you are developing in team, or uh, a cumulative enterprise within your social circle, should take priority over, a personal endeavors, at least according to my cards. they will simply going to reward you with more, while the solo acts are going to be also pressing. And this is where, your sense of reliability is going to be gauged, whether you can put the mutual efforts and the community efforts in front of your own personal interests. And if you can, then this will worth your while, at least according to my cards. Right, so that was for the 12th. And now, the super chat. Well, mistakes can be made everywhere, Taco. Just because you are spending more money doesn't mean that you are on a better place. I mean, or being, um, can I put it towards being attended to through better care. Mistakes can be made even from the biggest professionals. Sometimes, though, um, they just want money. I mean, they're putting you those scary diagnoses so they can take away your money for a treatment that you don't need. It's a common practice here, by the way. And every month there are a few physicians that are basically jailed for it. All right. So, super chat. First one, that will be Yasmin. All right. That's a really good one, Yasmin. Those are your cards. And what you need to know it is that within the next few days, your relationship with your boyfriend is going to improve a lot. I don't know what you have thought about lately, but within those few days, a forgivement, forgivement, is going to be given and taken, which forgivement is going to put an end remnants of either disappointment or sense of loss. It's just is gonna change, opinion and positions, and that thing is going to basically put an end to whatever small or big impression uh, either of you had, that the things are going towards the doom and gloom, and instead is going to replace that view with a promising future. And there is a very, very positive change that it is hanging on your relationship, a change that simply is going to make you happy, both of you. But in order to face that change, in order to be able to provoke or manifest that change, you both have to stop being attending to the irritating details and rather put aside to the overview. Instead of looking on what is, focus on what could be. So that is what you need to know. Okay, next, Jasmine, first super chat. So that is going to be about what you need to know. Let me shuffle. And the second super chat is about Aquarius era. So Pluto in Aquarius. MT, thank you for the 20. Thank you, MT. Let me put you into the list. Or I don't know, mate. Maybe you should go check from a different doctor then, because that doesn't sound normal. It just doesn't sound normal. All right, Jasmine, those are your cards. So what you need to know is that you can build a loyal friendship within the next few days. So what is going to happen is that you're going to talk back and forth, and this is going to be mostly through an email or maybe, messenger messages or Viber messengers. I know that you Americans are not using Viber. That is the go-to app in Europe rather than WhatsApp or Telegram, for example. In Europe, we do use Viber more often, but it's a text messages. It could be also through some kind of an invitation, but bottom line is that is going to be something written. And this written thing is going to open up a friendship for you. That is a person you most definitely know. Uh, but what is gonna get you closer together is that you are facing similar situations in similar, say, um, unfulfilling events. Basically, what makes you unfulfilled makes them unfulfilled as well, and this is going to be the bonding point in between you and them. And together, you will have the potential. Now, whether you're going to develop that potential or not is entirely up to you, but together, you're going to have potential. Um, to make your future enterprising, for a lack of better words, and also quite gainful. So, showing kindness in the next few days towards everyone that reaches out to you is going to go for a long way, at least with one person. Okay, and the next inquiry is about your Aquarius era. So let's see. how this is going to turn out to you, or for you rather. Right. Those are your cards for the Aquarius era, for your Aquarius era. And so within this Aquarius era, you can get your lifetime work done. I'm saying you can get it done. Not necessarily you will. I mean, you will have to put the work in it. And you won't be able to do it alone. But throughout the next 20 years, there are going to be quite a few hands being extended towards you. And the reason why it is because within these 20 years, as Pluto is in Aquarius, okay, uh, the universe or fate is going to meet you with people that are sharing your vision. Basically, the way you see the future, the way you accept things, your emotional attachment as well to one thing or another will cover with theirs. And so you will find an allies. Now, whether you're going to allow those allies to be on your side and to walk your path, that is entirely up to you. But in order to fulfill your lifetime goals, you are going to have to. On the other hand, Pluto is going to instill a lot of unrealistic goals and a lot of unrealistic um, hopes. Hey, Rocky, welcome to the stream. And that's why it's also even more important to have people around because these people are gonna ground you to the results. Because uh, Pluto for you is gonna make things start easier. More often than not, you are gonna see immediate results to your efforts, and that may make you or that may beguile you into believe that things are easier than they actually are. And there you go, you're going to have the unrealistic expectation, the unrealistic goal that is going to make things far harder. And once it makes things far harder, you're going to find yourself being prone to give in because if you don't have people around you to ground you and to serve as a guide, then you're going to find yourself being more attentive to the details, to the irritating current details, rather than to the overview of the matter. And that is not going to make things far better for you. So that's why it's important to open up for allies, for people, and for friends. One starts within the next few days, as we saw from the other reading. Rocky, thank you for the 28 Canadian. Thank you. I'm going to put you into a list when I'm done with Jasmine's reading. And overall, if you go through those 20 years, at the end, you will love your life. That will be the result of the Aquarius transit for you. But it's a long process, and you gotta let people close to you. Because again, lifetime goals are at stake here. Okay. Okay, Taco. All right. Cinnamon kiss now. They don't have to be material. They don't have to be material. Jasmine. All right. Those are your cards, Cinnamon Kiss. I don't know if that's gonna be a good news or not. Um, but you're gonna make someone being very jealous of you. The reason is pretty much unknown. Mostly it's concerned about faith or opinion. So you're gonna earn a higher opinion of yourself, bigger fame, and this is gonna make someone that it is providing something to you right now being very jealous, and they will stop providing what they're providing right now. Like no different, for example, your ex, that is just for example, okay? Your ex to help you with bills and all that. And in the next few days, you end up catching an eye of someone else, like someone that wants to, date you and whatnot. Your ex gets jealous and stop helping you with the bills. That is just for example. While this is going to create a temporary issue, temporary inconvenience, and even struggle, in a long run, you're gonna find yourself being better off because this fame that you're gonna build or this opinion of yourself is gonna pay off tenfold, at least according to these cards. And it will serve as a trampoline for you to make a huge leap into development. So that's what you need to know. All right, next, Taco. Yeah, I get it, Taco. Yeah, could be. All right. You're welcome, Cinnamon Kiss. Oof. Mate, I'm sorry that you gotta go through it. So those are your Lenormand cards, and this is a fight over a phone. With probably someone that you recently know, like someone that it is, say, a friend, not even a friend of yours. So those are the tarot cards, right? Those three, and that person will try to command you, like tell you what to do with a pretty dominant demeanor, if I may put it that way. It is like they owe you, or not owe you, but own you, right? And that is gonna piss you the fuck off, you know. It's like it will drive you nuts. You probably haven't been in that state up until this point. I mean, this is gonna be a next level of outburst that you are gonna have, completely validated, because again, the treatment you're gonna get will be nothing short of disgusting. It's like, yeah, it's like that person own you. Well, and so ultimately, um, at least according to these cards, you will prevail, and you're just not gonna allow anyone to treat you like that. But it's a pretty heavy argument, again, over the phone or a social media, like chats back and forth, but most likely phone. And the whole result of that is that you're going to show everyone that you're not to be trifled with at all. And on the second question, you want to know whether it's your grandma signing in or it is the crypto that is going to take off. So let's check it out. Right, someone that you recently met. I know it's an acquaintance rather than, a friend or something like that. So it's not a big deal, and that is going to be the reason why you're going to be pissed off. Right, so this is about your grandma. I don't think that she's signing in unless the deal favors her entirely, or literally it's her way in it. That is about the crypto, and I do believe that it is a crypto because that these card speaks for a recovery or investment into a recovery. So I think it's a crypto. That doesn't mean though that you should make kind of like careless and reckless investments in it. All right, next, MT. Ooh, MT. Oh, thank you, Taco. It's a job. Those are the cards. And if I have to guess, you will be recommended for a really, really good job. Like, I know what you are doing for a living, and so probably you're going to be recommended for a really lucrative deal to be the agent for a really lucrative deal. The reason why you're going to be recommended is because of the job you have done thus far. And again, this is going to be very, very lucrative deal. Probably you're going to have to work with someone on it. Okay, it's not going to be solely yours, but still, it will be well worth it. I mean, it's going to well worth your efforts and your investment in time. Um, and it's going to stir things around for you. So that is what you need to know. Okay. Next, that will be Rocky. One thing more, MT. It's very important uh, when you take on that deal, if you decide to take on that deal, because sometimes, work comes second, for example, to health, for example, to family. Uh, if you do decide to take on that deal, that should be one of the best works you have done into your life because your name will be hanging on it. If you fail it, probably your name is going to be smeared around and you're going to find very difficult people to trust you again. But if you land it, It's you have all the potential to become very rich. I can't say filthy rich, but very well supplemented with financial gains. All right, next that will be Rocky. It happens empty. Is it? I don't know. I'm using a professional microphone. It's just I forgot to pull it out, and I didn't want to wake up my girlfriend. So that's why I'm using my headsets right now, and I have used them a couple of streams back because the cable for the microphone get screwed. It broke, and so I had to buy a new one, which I did. I don't know. It's a professional microphone. I don't know why the headsets are better. Well, they cost an arm and a leg, though. It's I don't want to make an advertisement here, but you can alone figure out what brand they are, and they really cost an arm and a leg here in Bulgaria. It's it's twice, maybe thrice even the gaming headsets. Oh. Right, so those are your cards, cinnamon case. And within the next few days, you are going to find a workaround. I don't know what tone exactly. It concerns an endeavor or an enterprise, which things are getting delayed thus far. Maybe, maybe cinnamon case. So get delayed again to Rocky. So yeah, it concerns something that it is delayed and it is expecting some development, but this development isn't coming around. And within the next few days, you're gonna find a workaround. Yeah, it is for you, Rocky. I'm sorry, it's a lapsus. So that is for you. Again, I'm gonna start from the beginning. What you need to know, you Rocky, it is that within the next few days, you are gonna find a workaround, either on a stuck project at work, on a stuck personal project, on a stuck deal. Maybe you want to sell something and it's just stuck and things aren't going anywhere right now. So you're gonna find a workaround that is gonna work very, very well for you. It's gonna bring what you are expecting and then some more. And you will be very happy from the results. And alongside with the gains, is gonna earn you an enemy as well. Because The reason why it's stuck, it's because there is a person that doesn't want to see that development through. And how you also gonna recognize that development is because it's gonna build your name. So think of it, what you when you um, push it through, is gonna put you on the map, and that is what this reading concerns. So there is a person that doesn't want to see you on the map, and they will come out of the shadows, and you will see who your enemy truly is. So you're going to flush them out. That's going to be the big result of all that. Not that much of the gains you're going to get, which again are going to be as expected and then some more. But the biggest win is that you now are going to stand face to face with the person that is biggest threat to your growth, into your personal development. And the cards doesn't say what field that person is, so it's something that probably you aren't supposed to know right now. There are those moments when someone isn't supposed to know something, because if they do, they can change their fate, and they aren't supposed to, as far. So that is what you need to know. Okay, next, News Devon. What do I need to know? She asks. Well, the way I see it, Rocky, and that is again a speculation on my end, because it may play in a different way, but the way I saw it, it's a bit of a verbal scuffle. Like, you find the solution and someone tells you, no, 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 you can't do that. And your response is going to be, why the fuck not? It's allowed. Why not? Because it isn't in your interest? Well, damn your interest. Things are going to move forward if I do what I am planning. It's about the cards, Cinnamon Kiss. My book is extensive explanation on the cards, not by keywords, because I never believed in keywords, but it is explanation of the scene, of the symbols, how to use it in general, how to use it, the card in career, how to use it in a specific positions in a spread, if it falls in a negative position, if it falls in a positive position. Elemental dignities technique is going to be included in how to determine time frames with tarot, whenever you make a spread, how to determine how long that spread is in effect, and so on and so forth. It's not in English, so unless you have someone to translate it to you from Bulgarian, maybe one day I'm going to translate it in English if it does well in Bulgarian. But for now, let me first finish it in Bulgarian, and then I will see about English, because it's a big effort. Yeah, well, unfortunately, one of the designers died, so I couldn't finish anything. Okay, so those are the cards, News Devon. And what you need to know is that you're gonna figure out. that, can I put it to words? The word is not exactly exploited, but it's like you are giving more than you're taking. Someone is taking away more from you than it's actually giving back in return. And this will become known to you through having a conversation with that individual or with people involved in the endeavor that is taking away more from you than actually it's worth to you. So basically, what you need to know is that within the next few days, you will obtain an accurate perspective and diagnosis. What is your situation and what is your best course of action? Again, what is left for you is to have the courage to take on that action. No, that's fine, Cinnamon Kiss. I can translate it myself. What I'm gonna need is an editor. Yeah. And last but not least, that will be Jennifer. You want to know what skill you're good at? I have to use the Lenormand. Hopefully, they are going to show. You're welcome. Those are the cards. Delivering news on a small scale that makes people feel useful. That is the skill you're good at. Exceptional skill that you're good at. Basically, you can make someone that feels a failure to feel useful and successful. Mhm. Well, I don't know. I mean, you don't know what you're getting yourself into because by rough estimations, the complete book is going to be about 600 pages, A4 format. A4 is bigger than, a traditional book format. So it's again, it's quite of an effort. All right, guys and girls, this is gonna do it for tonight. Thank you so much for watching, and we are going to see each other Sunday. Now, what we do have for Sunday is Venus in Libra. The actual transit happens on 13th, which is Monday, 13th of October, almost 5:20 p.m. But I'm going to do it on the 12th, which is Sunday. So I hope to see you there. And yeah, until then, bye.